morning, everyone, and greetings from Des Moines, Iowa, where right now we're here at the Iowa State Fair. In this video, I'm going to show you all the rides, all the crazy fair food, all the exhibits, all the fun that can be found here at the State Fair. I go by the legend, joined by my wonderful girlfriend, Molly.
I like fairs.
Yes, and this should be a good one. Now, what better place to start the State Fair video than here at the rides. There's a scrambler. I love rides like this. This one's called Extreme here, and it looks like it runs a really good cycle. It's an inverted kind of frisbee ride. I think the most extreme ride here at the Iowa State Fair is Remix 2. Like that is, those people are moving.
Yeah, you spend a lot.
Yeah, and it's right next to a classic Ferris wheel. They do have a fairground ride I absolutely love. This is a zipper. And it's wild, it's fun, a bit nauseating, but I absolutely love it. Another one I really like, they've got one called Rockstar, a big rainbow style ride. A little bit gentler, probably doesn't give you the airtime that you would want, but it is shaped like a guitar, and that's pretty neat. I feel like everyone enjoys a good swinging ship. There here at the fair is the Pharaoh's Fury, so it does have an ancient Egyptian theme, but it looks like it moves pretty well, so you probably get some pretty solid airtime there in the back row. Going round and round there is that would definitely not be a me ride. That is called the Top Gun.
I went on one of these once, and I felt very nauseous, and my uncle who took me said I turned very green.
The fair has what looks like a pretty new Gravitron named Centrifuge. Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Haunted Mansion. I'm sure it's just as good as the one at Disney World, right?
Absolutely, yes, yes.
Hang glider is a kind of unique flat ride, relatively gentle, but you do lay down and fly like Superman. And their speakers seem blown out. Scooter is not only the nickname of my cousin, but also the bumper car ride here at the fair. The fair has a classic tilt-a-whirl. I feel like the most airtime at the fair will be found here on the Crazy Dance.
I'm shocked at how many people are there.
That's gross. That is gross. Don't do that. Don't be like them. There is a Rockstar Funhouse. My favorite part, I think, is this gentleman in the leopard suit trying to escape from the fake jail. There is a magic maze, which is like a glass house on the bottom, and then some fun mirrors up top and a slide. I will say I definitely am a little disappointed by the ride selections here on the Midway. This definitely feels like more like a county fair than a major state fair that draws 1 million people, as far as the ride selection goes. They have another fairground classic, the yo-yo. Always a good time. I always like the yo-yo models of swing rides. The Iowa State Fair, well, it's a big place, so they have not one, but 2 different sky ride systems. If you want a one-way ticket, $5, round trip, $8. And I guess they also have this. Instead of a parking lot tram, it's a parking lot tractor. Good news, the park has a ye old mill, like an old-timey flume ride, powered by that big paddle wheel there. Super ancient thing, like you don't really see this at all anymore.
Bad news, it was really bad.
It was really bad.
You're in the dark for probably like 75% of the time.
Yeah, like the only thing that happened, there's like 4 informational signs about the State Fair.
So you can't read.
And the rest of the time you're in a pitch black tunnel. Oh man, like, come on guys, like Sally Dark Rides did a great dark ride, Yo Mill over at Ride Playland. Bring them in, have them redo this. This is, what on earth is this? And I believe we're in the Thrill Zone area now. Not too many rides over here, but you do have the most, what I assume is the most expensive ride at the fair, and probably the biggest ride at the fair. This is the Slingshot. $35 a person, 200 feet in the air. It's a very big traveling model of the Slingshot. You can see the people in the ball down there. And there they go. All the way up in the air. Does not seem as extreme as some of them do, Molly, you've been on record that if you ever rode one of these rides, you would poop your pants.
Yeah, I would. I don't do well with like the heights and the maybe slow spinning. Some of them do.
I was gonna say this one definitely seems gentler than other ones I've seen.
This one I might not.
Yeah. Also in this section, you got a big maze that you can go into for $5. And then there's also a Euro bungee kind of bungee jump thing for little kids. Right in the middle of the fair, you'll find the giant slide. You go for a ride on the giant slide for $3, and that looks super fun.
It reminds me of Nathan's hot dog.
It's very Nathan's-y colored. In one corner of the fair, you'll find Thrill Town. Now this is going to be rides for the littler ones. I love this kind of a Volkswagen bus kids ride. Or look at this carousel.
Look how tiny the horses are.
I know, I love it. It's so cool. It's smart because like carousel horse is not the easiest thing for little kids to climb on. Having smaller ones makes a ton of sense.
It's not the easiest thing for adults to climb on either.
There's a firehouse themed fun house.
I like the ball pit.
And I like this. This makes a ton of sense for the Iowa State Fair. You've got a little Hampton style tractor ride. And a couple more. You've got one with motorcycles and then a State Fair staple, the teacups. Jungle Twist is a spinning roller coaster in the kids section, and this is very different. I don't know who built this ride, but it's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen one quite like this in a permanent park. So there we go. Kudos to the fair for having something rather odd. This kids carousel ride is fascinating. All sorts of different things that the kids can ride on. A lot of copyright infringement up on top, and then just like random stuff on the bottom.
There's some copyrighted.
Yeah. I love the pumpkin carousel.
The pumpkin's really nice.
I like it. You could sit in the front or in the middle.
I like how it has mice and then a pumpkin. Like,
yes. A little plane. This is quite the interesting ride. Like Barbie's dream car kind of thing. And then I think my personal favorite is over here. You've got a kind of a knockoff Bugs Bunny. And on the side, it just says Frozen.
In that style of Disney.
Toontown Theater is a very colorful looking, small scale fun house for the kids.
I like how it plays cartoons.
Yeah. And then right next to that is a Dragon Wagon, a little kids roller coaster ride. Some more stuff over here in the Thrill Town. You got a rock wall, a crazy bus. You have a decent sized Ferris wheel, along with a dizzy dragon, and a mini Himalaya that's going backwards. There's a bouncing Jeep ride. These rides are very, very popular. Been installed at a ton of amusement parks all over the country, also popular at the fairs. All sorts of different themes. This one's obviously a little four-wheeler. Now, one of the best things about a state fair is the food, and we're going to start off our food segment of this video here at Barksdale State Fair Cookies. Kind of the go-to snack, the legendary item here at the Iowa State Fair. You get a couple cookies. They're amazing. They're soft, they're tiny, they're fresh. They have this giant building in operation for it.
I believe the cookies were first premiered in like 1993 here.
Not super old.
No.
And you can get a whole bucket of them if you want, but these are so good. Love the photo op at the snow cone booth. It's a pickle who's enjoying a snow cone and cotton candy. Do love the decorations here on the poutine booth. You've got no one other than Bullwinkle Moose dressed up as a Mountie. Of course, I had to stop at a booth called the Bacon Box. First of all, it's adorable. Second of all, they sell what are called bacon balls. It's right about $6.50, and in the middle, it's American cheese with bacon bits. They take that, they stuff it in a Berkshire bacon meatball, and then take that meatball with the cheese inside, wrap it in 2 more strips of bacon, and then they smoke it and dip it in barbecue sauce. Molly, you're gonna go give us a taste test on the bacon ball. As the Minnesota Wild mascot walks.
I didn't get any cheese, but it's really good.
Ooh, look at that. This is quite the fair treat. The next booth is the Iowa Pork Tent, and they have something I think I'll really enjoy. Pork belly on a stick, a 1/4 pound piece of giant bacon. Right by the American Energy Stage is the Bird's Nest. They've got a very interesting selection of beverages. We went with the cotton candy sour.
Amazing.
Yeah, it is delicious.
Not too sour, not too sweet.
Oh, it cancels, yeah, it definitely cancels that. It's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got duck bacon wontons. I'm not even sure what exactly these are. We're gonna go give it a test. Beer was $8, duck bacon wontons were about $6. And now we await the review from Molly.
I'm not sure what I'm eating. I taste bacon. I taste sauce. It's good. Not sure.
Next food item, we stopped here at the Waffle Chicks for a chicken bacon ranch waffle. So they take kind of like chicken tenders or chicken nuggets, deep fry them, bread them, dip them in a waffle batter, stick that on the iron, and then cover that with ranch and bacon bits.
It sounds amazing. They also have a cookie dough one that sounds good too.
And a brownie one.
Ooh.
General Mills has a booth here, as they have a lot of factories here in Iowa, and they were giving out free samples. We got free Gushers and fruit roll-ups. They had like doggy treats, as well as cookie mix. So yeah, definitely stop by here for free stuff. So this is really cool. At the State Fair, they have a Habitat for Humanity where they have volunteers building a house. And I haven't seen this at State Fair before, but it's awesome to see. Kudos to everyone that's volunteering, especially here, no shade in the heat. Good for them. You can see the construction schedule here for the home, and then the last 2 days of the fair, you actually go in and tour the home they built. The Elwell Family Park, which seems to be like a new set of bleachers and grandstand, is home to ATV racing, tractor pulls, and a demolition derby.
Very unique.
These strollers you can rent are just adorable. Look at that. Strollers gonna be rental will be like $10 or so, but look at the cuteness. Update, there are more cute strollers you could rent. Here at the Iowa State Fair, they have a giant grandstand where they do some headliner concerts. Now these are gonna be an upcharge, so you have to pay extra for the tickets. Lineup's actually pretty solid. They've got Skillet, Brooks and Dunn, Nelly and Genuine, Demi Lovato, Alanis Morissette, ZZ Top, Comedian, Kane Brown, Disturbed, Keith Urban, Carrie Underwood. I read that as special guest Adam Sandler, and I got really confused. Molly, if you had to pick a concert, which one would you want to go to?
Either Nelly or Alanis Morissette.
I think it would definitely be Nelly for me.
Yeah, 100% for you.
Underneath the grandstand, there's a big shopping area where people are selling absolutely everything. Let's see if there's anything interesting in here. The most interesting thing I found in this building, nitro ice cream. Look at the flash freezing of it, and it's delicious. Probably my favorite booth over here. They got one for soups and dips. You get pretzels, try them all. We love the garlic, so we bought the garlic.
The bacon was also good.
Yeah.
So this is going to be like you're doing everything right. They're setting a stoplight. The person behind you is on their phone texting. They're not paying any attention, and they run into you at 10 miles an hour. 1, 2, 3.
It's like crashing at 5 to 10 miles an hour.
What do you think that would be like at 55?
That sucked. As somebody that doesn't live in a farmland, seeing people wander around walking their cows like they're a large dog is very appealing to me. I'm guessing they're all going to some sort of cow competition. Like many state fairs, there is a big animal and farm component to it. And we're currently in the horse barn.
His name's Buckley.
And he's very pretty. Towards the middle of the fair by the giant slide, you've got a couple of upcharge exhibits. You've got Snakes Alive, which costs $3 to go to, which I'm assuming is snakes. And then you've got the Central Iowa Railroad Club, which has a model train layout, and that's $2. There is a Avenue of the Breeds tent. This guy is from the Elk Breeders Association, which that's news to me. I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, the horns are really pretty.
They have all different breeds of pigs, all very sleepy and very big. Now, my personal favorite species of cow is the Scottish Highland cattle, and these are baby Scottish Highland cattle. That one's named Mando. They're so fuzzy There's also an area for sheep. Much like living at the land at Walt Disney World's Epcot Center, there's a section dedicated to fish farming. It looks like catfish and then some like little small fish type guys for shrimps. A section over here for chickens, including one duck. Look how cute this duck is. I do follow a Twitter account. I think it's like why you should own a duck. And I feel like he's adorable enough that he would make that Twitter account. Look at him. I mean, that kind of speaks for itself, right? There's also miniature cattle. They are very adorable. And then there are yaks. Oh, these guys. Very fuzzy, very cute. And it ends with some rabbits. There's a booth for the Google Coding Carnival. I mean, gotta check that out, right? The Google booth has some like kind of 8-bit video games in giant arcades.
You won a big prize at Google booth.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I won a fidget spinner. There's actually nicer prizes, but I preferred this one over the ones for completing 3 games. Play 1 game, you win a prize. Play 3 games, you win a bigger prize. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
Go around.
Canine
Come on.
Frisbee
Go around. Go.
Where the dogs are rescue dogs.
Yes. All right, little buddy. Over. Up top. Let's go. Hey.
Wow.
Come on, little buddy. Go get it. Yo. Oh, folks, that wasn't his fault. That was mine. Come on, let him hear from you. Seconds. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Drop and 7. Yes. Good.
This building's home to the 4-H exhibits. Inside the 4-H building, all sorts of different competitions that the 4-H kids have been in. It is nice and air conditioned in here, though. The State Fair is home to a giant exhibition center. Right now we're watching horses do some...
Horse racing.
Yes. Alright, oh, the horse has to go stop there. And then she opens up the gate. Then they go through. And then looks like she has to close the gate again. Well, that's kind of fun. Oh. Come on, horse. Come on, horse.
I feel that.
Yay! Over by the livestock area, you will find Stockmans here at the State Fair. Not the best beer selection. They've got all your kind of your domestic favorites. So we're drinking a 20-ounce Bud Light for $8. But they got the best deal at the entire State Fair. Big old bag of popcorn, 25 cents.
You can't beat it.
There are people walking their pigs all over this area, which I don't normally get to experience something like this, so I am very amused by it. Currently on the east side of the fair, in the Cultural Arts Building, all sorts of stuff in here. Art, doll houses, wood projects, photography.
Great air conditioning.
Great air conditioning. Underneath the giant mill, you'll find the Mid-American Energy Center. And they've got some giveaways in here. Also, a phone recharge station. So if you've been at the fair all day and you need to get your phone recharged, they have the Apple cords, the Android cords, other cords. Really nice. And the air conditioning in here, fantastic. Pioneer Hall is a very large barn area, home to a lot of kind of antique stuff, but then some weird antique stuff, like look at this. Antique Star Wars promotion for like episode 1 with Lay's and Doritos. Really enjoying the Pioneer Hall. There's a lot of cool antiques, including a dancing, moving Woody, and he talks. So I love any sort of like old McDonald's toy. This is a series of toys they did for Disneyland's 40th and The Lion King. This is actually from the Lion King parade that was at Disneyland all the way back in, I think, 95 or so. Which was a good parade, and they were a cool set of toys. Like you would look in the viewfinder in the back there, and you would see that float in the parade at Disneyland. An area of the fair dedicated to chainsaw carving. Not sure what he's doing now. Pretty sure it's that one over there. There's no shortage of amphitheaters here at the Iowa State Fair. You got another very large, like lots of seating at this one for bands that I believe these are free bands at the Susan Knapp Amphitheater, which these people here are waiting to see Ian music. There is like 3 or 4 buildings here that feel more like Colonial Williamsburg than a state fair. The barber shop and the telephone museum. The Iowa Department of Natural Resources does have a building complete with a really nice fish tank and some really cool sculpture stuff. Yeah, definitely don't miss the Iowa Department of Natural Resources booth. They have like a whole aquarium and it tells you like what kind of fish they are and where they could be found. Even that guy.
I love the statues.
Oh yeah, and you can tell it's like an old-timey, like old-timey zoo
Turtle,
building.
frogs, crabs.
Yeah. Here in the Loop, we love animals, and right outside of the building at the Department of like Natural Resources, they do have an enclosure for the 3 different species of turtles that can be found here in Iowa. There's not a ton of turtles in here, so you're gonna have to take a minute to look for them, but once you find them, they're really cool. Like that guy is a really,
The shell is very flat
and soft. Like you can see like the back, like it's not a hard shell turtle like most of the ones you see.
Yeah, and his snout is a little pointy, the turtle.
But he's awesome.
He is.
Do love this. Right across the street from the entrance to the fair over at the Slingshot, there's a main gate bar and grill, so you can get cheeseburgers, mozzarella sticks, and $3.50 beers. We're currently in an establishment called The Depot, which is a permanent structure here at the fair. And Molly, what time is it?
Beer 30, which I kind of spilled.
Oh no! Yeah, they got a pretty good selection of beer. We're drinking a Blonde Fatale, which is a craft beer. It's a Belgian blonde that clocks in at 8.5% for a 32 ounce, or now maybe a 31 ounce after Molly's spill.
Oopsies.
We're at about $14. And this becomes a dance bar in the evening time. Our next drink came from here. This is JR's South Fork Ranch. We're drinking a strawberry lemonade sour.
It's really good.
From Barntown Brewing. And check this out.
I love the quote.
And if you really enjoyed your time at this bar, well, they've got all sorts of souvenirs, including their own commemorative belt buckle. Molly, I think we might like this tent. This is the Iowa Craft Beer Tent.
Yeah, this is the tent for me.
So this place has an amazing selection of beer. In the middle, there are 48 different beers. If you go over here, there's a truck that sells nothing but ciders and seltzers. And then if you go over there, there's one that sells high-end stuff like rare and barrel aged. $9 will get you a pint, $9 will get you a flight of 3. And there's discounts as well if you buy like packages. It might be here for a while. So this is obviously something I really enjoyed. A very good value as well. It worked out at like $2.50 per sample. So many different breweries. In the evening they do live music, so we might come back. And there are these like 70s couches you can sit on if you want to. The beer tent also has its own merchandise, including shirts in the shape of the state. And then this guy. I love this. Not gonna spend $30 on it, but that's wonderful. Up next, well, definitely not that.
We don't like pickles.
If you go all the way to the east side of the fair, you'll get to the Fairview Tap, which has some different beers on draft. And then you're also on top of the hill, so you get a really cool view. They have this wonderful cutout here with a view of the Des Moines skyline in the background. All the way up the hill and on the east side of the fair, you'll find Grandfather's Barn, which is home to Iowa wine tasting. It's actually a pretty good deal. I'm not a wine person. Molly enjoys it more than I do. But you can get a sampler flight for $5 that is in the shape of Iowa.
And you get to pick your 6.
Yeah.
Whether you want a sweet red, a sweet white.
Really nice. I love the flight board. Do enjoy how many like giant permanent bars there are here. I think we're gonna go grab a drink at this one, which is 27 beer. Area 51. Grabbed a local beer here from Exile. We got the Zoltan, kind of a tropical IPA. This one does have live music on Fridays and Saturdays nights, and I love the wood sculpture guy. It was $14 for the giant beer. Some more cool stuff at this bar. They have like old Skyglider seats that you can sit in, and then there's the keg thing, which tells you like it rotates and tells you about the size of kegs. Like that one there, that's a quarter barrel keg. This big wood one, a half barrel keg. And that will do it for our time here at the Iowa State Fair. I had a blast. If you buy your tickets in advance, it costs about $9 to get in. Pretty good deal. We're here all day. It's a very large fair. Very, very large fair. I would say for me personally, like a little bit more agriculture based.
Yes, a lot of livestock.
Yeah, than I would like. And not as much entertainment as you'll find at other state fairs. And the ride lineup was not nearly as good. But I still had a blast.
Yes.
And it's a big place, an interesting place.
The amount of beers that they serve is crazy.
I mean, for me, my favorite part, probably the craft beer tent. Like, it's a better deal than going to these breweries.
Yes.
Molly, what's your favorite part?
Some of the food was really good.
Yeah.
Like, the bacon ball was really good.
Oh, man, that was good.
The pork belly was really good.
Yeah, fun times, good times. I'm very happy I came. I would definitely come back to the Iowa State Fair, especially there were somebody that I liked in concert that night. All right, guys, if you have any questions about the fair, let me know in the comment section below, and thank you very much for watching.